Welcome back to Healing Oath. This is Brielle, and I'm here trying something a bit new. I been looking into reading with regular playing cards, and I recently went to Spain. I went to Granada, I went to the Alhambra, and I had a really good feeling with the energies there. So I bought a deck of cards there, and I said I would dedicate these cards. Now I've cleaned them once and dedicated them towards reading, you know, my intuition. I'm going to use some of my clearance spray here. Again, if you check out my Etsy shop, I have clearance spray there. It includes, of course, essential oils as well as gemstones within the spray. And it's a fine mist spray bottle. So here we go. What I'm going to do is try to do a reading with the regular playing cards and see how it comes out. So what I'm going to do again is always a pick a card is a good thing. I'm going to give 3 choices, 3 cards each. And what is going to surprise you this week coming up? This is Sunday. So I'm going to be posting this on Sunday. And you'll be able to then see for this week what is going to surprise you. If you pick whichever pile that you pick, you'll be able to then see what your surprise will be. So let's go. We're going to pick out 3 cards for each pile. I'm going to just pick cards and put them down for 3 for each. So that's, we have the first ones. I'm going wild here. What is going to surprise you this week? As you can see. Okay. I was going to say I'm not really a shuffler, but that's okay. I'm not shuffling now. It's just picking out the cards. It's these nails that I've put on today for a reason, because I wanted to make a specific video. Okay, there we go. We have our piles ready. Number 1. And number 1, we're going to use the selenite for number 1. Number 2, we're going to use the clear pyramid. And number 3, we're going to use our little mini crystal ball. There we go. Okay, so let's just take a deep breath together, and then you go ahead and choose your pile, and we're going to be able to see what's going to surprise you this week. So on 3, we're going to breathe in for 3, and then we're going to breathe out for 5 slowly. So let's begin. Breathe in. Out. Okay, so which one were you most drawn to? Let me know. Okay, so if you pick the selenite, what's going to surprise you this week? Let's see what we've got. Okay, we have a 3 of clubs. We have a knight. Like I said, first time I'm doing this, Knight of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Swords. So I see what's going to surprise you this week is that you're looking to move on to something else, right? You're planning and looking to move on to something else. You want to expand. You want to move, whether it's a physical move, you want to travel. You're making plans, but not only you're making plans, you're going to take some action here. And the action that I would see that you would take with this moving forward is you're looking to see that you have the plans in place, you have the resources, whether it's money, whatever the resources are, you're making a move, you're going forward with it. But because I see the 8 of Swords here, the 8 of Swords means that you're going to be surprised that you're not quite ready yet, because the Eight of Swords, you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to fulfill what it is that you said that you were going to fulfill or what you wanted to fulfill. Although you planned here, you thought about it, right? You had this grand idea of moving forward. You made a move forward and you put some money down or invested in it. You looked at your resources, but I think that it's not time now. Whether it's because you're not sure, you're too worried about it, or there's a limitation here that is preventing you from moving forward at this time. And or maybe it's a temporary thing though. And I think that the temporary thing is because you're not quite ready. Here you're all gung ho. You pulled all your pentacles into a basket and got on your horse and said, let's go. And here your mind is taking over. Whether it is that something happened and you perceive it as something that is a limitation or stopping you from moving forward, or your own anxiety is preventing you or stopping you from moving forward. So, or maybe you have the cold, or something. But anyway, that's what's going to surprise you. That thing you've been planning for a while and you've already put things in place to move forward. Pile number 1 with the selenite. This is really not the time, because you're going to have to get your head together to get it done. You're allowing what's in your head, your thoughts, maybe your own words, your self-talk to stop you. We have now pile number 2 with the pyramid. And let's see. Okay, we have, again, the knight. It's in this with the playing cards. That's the knight and the page. I just say knight because they're on the horse. Excuse me. So the knight of clubs, the 9 of clubs, and the 9 of swords. Oh wow. A lot of anxiety out there. People are a bit afraid, it looks like, because here's somebody now that already started on their journey. They're on their way. They were happy to start on the way with this, whatever it is the plan was that you're doing. And this week you're going to find out that now you're tired, you're exhausted. Because here's the 9 of wands, right? The 9 of clubs. You're exhausted, you're tired. You're going to need to take a break. You've been moving along, and this week you're going to need to take a break, because here is the 9 of swords. It's going to create, again, here's a card of anxiety. Here's a card of stopping, and it's again about what's keeping you up at night, what's bothering you, what you're anxious about. So this indicates to me there's a lot of air energy, sword energy here in both pile A, selenite, and pile B, the crystal, clear crystal pyramid. You need to be mentally ready, and don't let self-talk that's negative put you in a position where either you cannot start your journey, even though you've planned well and you know it's what you want to do, or you have to stop your journey. And this anxiety means you're not getting enough rest. That's why you're here where you're tired out and you had to stop. So again, self-talk is important. Taking care of yourself is important. Self-love, self-care, resting is important, okay? So that's pile 2. Again, you've started already, you've worked hard, it's been difficult, and you've had to stop. And now you're very worried and you're staying up, and that's just a vicious cycle. You're worrying over it, and that's just a vicious cycle. That for all that you've put into it, you don't think you'll be able to go forward. So that's going to surprise you this week. The need to stop, right? And take stock and gather your thoughts together and your plans together. Okay, now, sorry, if you're number 3 with the mini crystal ball, we see the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Clubs, and the 9 of Cups. So if you're pile 3, you're somebody that, yes, you've made that solid plan. You put in what you had to put in. Materially, it's stable, it's solid. You're passionately moving forward towards it. You know what you want. You're good at what you're doing because you have a passion for it. You love it, number 2. And 9, you're going to be surprised, 9 of Cups, that you will be able to celebrate. This week, you're going to be surprised because you're going to be at the point where your wish is going to come true. And I think what happens, why it's about a surprise, is that you're going to start seeing these benefits of what you've done, the investment you've made, and the work and the passion you've put into it. You're going to start seeing these benefits sooner than you thought that you would. So that's if you're number 3, the mini crystal ball. So pile number 1, listen, you can do it. You can do it. You will do it. You can do it. You've thought about it. It's what you want to do. You've looked at it. You've prepared for it. Don't let your negativity, your self-talk, negative self-talk, fears keep you back. Pile number 2, you've already started on your journey, but you're overdoing it. You're doing too much. You have to stop and take stock because it's been so difficult. You have to stop. And then now you're worried about the fact that you had to stop, and that's just perpetuating a vicious cycle. So what you need to do is unpack these swords, unpack those clubs, and lay them out and see how they lay. And then you'll be able to see how to go forward. That's the step that you need to take. Take stock. Instead of worrying, take stock, okay? And you'll be able to continue on again. Number 3, victory is there for you, and rewards, surprisingly, before you even thought you would be able to have them. Your wish will be fulfilled early. So that's your surprise for this week coming up, depending on the pile that you picked. Surprise is you're not going to be able to do the thing that you wanted to in for number 1. Number 2, you're going to have to take a break and reassess. Number 3, your reward is coming early. So I hope that helped. It was, like I said, first time I've tried this, and I really like these cards. So tell me what you thought about it, and tell me how it worked out for you. Thanks again for visiting. Check out my description box. As I said, I have a Kickstarter on for an altar deck, and many other things going on, including a new line of candles, as well as my Always Aromatherapy that not only has essential oils, but also gemstone crystals in it. And we also have a new line of simmering granules for oil burners that you might be interested in. So check that out and have a beautiful day filled with health, love, happiness, peace, and prosperity. Thank you. Bye-bye.